everyone, how are you doing today? I am literally so excited. I think I have started every live since January. I'm so excited, but I'm so excited. I just can't hide how excited I am about this year, about what's happening in my business, about the quantum leaps. You hear me talk about all of the time that quantum leaps aren't something that just happen. Quantum leaps are something that come from a very embodied place, and it's once you've taken all of the really small steps for typically a long time, that's when you start quantum leaping. Quantum leaping in your business, quantum leaping in your growth, quantum leaping in whatever it is. And something that I find is there's so many women right now that are building businesses that desire to have really successful businesses, to become multimillionaires, and they're focusing on the money. And while, of course, the money is a vehicle for you to get the freedom that you desire, focusing on the money is going to tank your business in so many ways. When you focus on the money, you're not actually focusing on your impact, on your mission, on who you're becoming. You're too focused on the external things outside of you. And what ends up happening is you never actually cultivate your personal power, because in order to have personal power, you have to be able to set your frequency, to set your vibrational standard. You need to be able to determine how you want to feel regardless of what's happening outside of you. And when I teach women to have businesses in feminine energetics, these are the conversations that we have. And in my manifestation program, this is what I teach you. I'm not going to teach you to write out things. I'm going to teach you on a very deep energetic level how to shift your frequency, not in a trendy way, like raise your vibration. No, in the most tangible, applicable way where you get the most satisfying results, where you live the juiciest life because of this. When you're able to start playing this game, playing the game of energetics is literally what this is. This is when everything in your life changes, because the focus is no longer on anything outside of you, quite frankly, including the money. Because, money, just like everything, is responding to you. So if you're focusing on everything outside of you, you're really focusing on something that's already responding to you and keeps responding to you. So unless you change how you're responding in the moment, nothing's ever changing. And that's why so many people feel like they're living in Groundhog's Day over and over and over again. That's why so many women end up reaching these plateaus in their business. You hear me use the term edges, meet yourself at an edge. This is an edge. When you come across something that is a pattern, a behavior, a belief, an identity that you haven't yet shifted, what we're taught to do is to go outside of ourselves, to work harder, to spend more time building the business, to focus on these things that are outside of us. And the one thing is we end up not actually doing the work on us. And if you're not doing the work on you and on the human, that is going to affect the business, right? We're building businesses based in energetic principles. Yes, I use very realistic, masculine-based business principles. I worked for the New York State government as a subject matter expert in the field of business for 8 years. I went to business school. I know business, all sides of business. And I know that in order for you to have $1 million years in business, in order for you to have $1 million months in business, these aren't things that are just out in the ethereal realm anymore. These are very tangible things that women in business are doing on the daily. We have seen enough women become multimillionaires in the past 2 years that they have literally expanded our consciousness level for what was available for female entrepreneurs. Honestly, men need to be paying attention, because we're changing the fucking landscape of business and wealth over here. Generational wealth is what is being created, and we're also breaking down all of the shackles of the generational shame around money and business and success and power and authenticity. We are no longer playing small. Like, the idea that we are going to be killed for our power is not something that we're playing by anymore. And I see so many women still operating in their business in their wounded masculine, not actually embracing their dark feminine, their raw essence, their power, and going through the shadows, like putting on their dark goddess archetype and actually being willing to do the work to go within and to change who they're being and how they're operating at an energetic level. Because the energetic level that you're operating at is what's creating everything. So that's why two women could be doing like what looks like the exact same things in their business. If you're looking from the outside, like woman A and woman B, woman A could be selling on her stories every day, creating offers, talking about them, creating content, and she could be capped at less than $5,000 a month. Woman B is selling daily. She's talking about her offers. She's creating content. She's doing all of the things like from the outside looking in. And this woman right here just had $1 million year. They've both been in business the same amount of time. What's the difference? This is what I call the invisible factors. And the invisible factors are always the energetic principles and who you are. Like, that's why you hear so many people when we talk about manifestation, and so many women business coaches when we talk about feminine energetic principles in business, they're going to talk to you about who you're being more than what you're doing or how you're doing it. When you start coaching, that is when you ask a lot of how questions. When you're starting to learn how to build a business, the questions are, how do I do this? How did you do this? How do I do this? How? But there becomes a certain level of embodiment that you get to where the how is so surface level. You already know how to do the hows. And quite honestly, even if you don't know how to do the hows, it doesn't matter, because the hows figure themselves out. Like, the hows just come from taking messy action, from getting your energy in alignment. You don't need to know all of the ways to get to the place. If you have an end goal in mind, your subconscious mind actually gets to work to create the how. And you have to get to a certain level of understanding. You have to have a certain mindset. You have to have a certain frequency. You also need to be able to be called out on your blind spots, because there's a lot of women saying they want to be successful in business that quite honestly get triggered so much by successful women that they don't understand that their trigger is a trauma response and they aren't healing the trauma. So they're never healing the trigger. So they're never actually going to get what they desire, because they desire what that woman has, but they're still operating from a trauma frequency. Do you see how deep and layered this is? But when we see two women operating in business the same way, yet one is not able to exceed $5,000 in business, and the other one was having, I can't do math, but let's say if she had $1 million a year, what is that, $100,000 months? So say she's at $100,000 months. If they look like they're doing the same things, yet there's something different, the importance is on what you can't see. And what you can't see is who this woman became. Because the woman you have to become to have $100,000 months consistently is not the woman who is stuck at less than 5K. And the money is quite honestly the least interesting thing about the differences between these two human beings. The differences are what's so interesting. The differences in the energetics, in the embodiment, in the mindset, in the level of risk, in just the depth that these women have met themselves. This is what makes or breaks people in their business. This is what makes it so one woman is like that woman that every time she posts a story, people are like, oh my God, I have to watch this. Every time she sells something, people are like, oh my God, I gotta get in. She's the one that you just see all day long. She's selling on her stories and then showing you how many people are buying. And this other one is selling and it's just like, it's not working. The magnetism there, the embodiment there, the energetics, the frequency, this is what more women need to be focusing on. Not how do I make 10K a month. And that's what, quite honestly, is still happening. So many women are investing in all of the programs that are teaching them about money. But if the money programs aren't teaching you, I mean, unless it's a money mindset program, that's one thing. But how to make 10K a month, if that's not actually teaching you how to become the woman who can hold a 10K month, then making 10K doesn't honestly fucking matter, because you're not changing who you are. And the whole idea of becoming a millionaire isn't so you can become a millionaire and be miserable in the process. It isn't so that you can become a millionaire and you can feel like you have more responsibilities than before. It isn't so that you become a millionaire and your mental health issues become heightened. The idea is to become a woman who can create a multi-million-dollar business, and to be the woman that can hold that. Because the woman that can hold a multi-million-dollar business, she is literally the woman that can magnetize, manifest, attract anything in her life, because she's no longer playing by the same rules that the rest of society is. And this is the conversation that needs to be happening more. And this is the conversation that I find isn't happening enough in the places where women aren't actually reaching the income goals that they desire. If they aren't actually manifesting their dreams, if they don't have their success on some level, it's because they haven't tapped into these principles and these frequencies. So that's why you're going to hear so many people talk about who you're becoming, because becoming is everything. Remember, money is just energy. It's responding to you. So when you focus on who you're becoming, the money is going to come to you anyway. So why would you not focus on who you're becoming, knowing that when you become a wealthy woman, money responds to the wealth frequency you hold. So when you work on you, you're also working on your money. That's the thing. When you work on you, you're also working on your business, because you are your brand. You are the business. You are the service provider. You're the one with the gifts. You're the one who has the wisdom. You're the one that has the knowledge. You're the one. So we need to start playing at a different level. You need to start being the woman who can change her frequency now, who aligns with her frequency and aligns with the frequency of where she's going. So that way she is now playing at that level now. So that way the results are quantum leaping to her. But it is this game of focusing on the becoming and the feminine energetics. This is where everything that you desire lives, in the feminine energetic realm. And quite honestly, the business realm was built by men, and it's built in a toxic masculine hustle energy. And until you're able to escape that energy, you can find success in your business, but you're going to want to burn it all down because it didn't feel good in the process. And we're no longer in an age where we can sacrifice ourselves, where we want to sacrifice our lives to make money or have a business. You get to have it all. In my world, you're going to hear me say, it's not this or that, it's this and that. And this is how you start playing at this level. So I have something really exciting that is coming that literally channeled through as soon as I was like, so what do I want to talk about today? So there is a program that if this spoke to you, I want you to keep your eyes out for. And quite honestly, it's going to be based on this. The program is going to be based on becoming. So we're going to be talking about this. How do you actually play at this level, on an energetic level, on an embodiment? So it's about how can you play at this at a mindset level too? How can you play at this level where you're tapping into a new frequency regardless of what's happening in your external world? So the program is going to be called Becoming. And I do not have the rest of the details planned out. It's most likely going to be 3 days. I do not have the price mapped out, but because I'm just feeling spicy and you're here right now, if you're here and you're on this live, DM me if you want to be in Becoming, and I'll give it to you for $99. It's going to at least be $444 minimally. Because it literally channeled through to me 20 minutes ago. I have no details. You have what I have. This is playing in feminine energetics and creating a business in feminine energetics. But if you want to be in Becoming, it's going to be 3-day long experience. I'm thinking it's going to be about $444, and you can get in today for $99 because why the fuck not? 24 hours, $99. That's what we're doing. Let me know if you want to be in. I love you guys so much. This will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. It will go up on the podcast. We're still working out with Mercury retrograde how to get my podcast showing up. I will not give up. It'll be there. Until then, check out YouTube or just watch this replay. It'll be on my feed. All right. Love you guys. Bye.